Well, I've got to be honest.
Mm.
I've let myself down. I've let comedy down. I've probably let you down by being associated with this podcast. I've done something that I regret.
Oh, no. Is this are you going to be cancelled?
Well, I may well be. I'm still waiting for the outcome. I'll tell you what it was. The Imperfects did a stage show of their podcast.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was talking to one of the mums was walking the other day. She said, I'm just listening to The Imperfects.
Oh, yeah.
I said, yeah, Glenn Robbins, she didn't go to the live one, but she loves that podcast. I've never heard it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. People love it. It's had like 8 million downloads.
What's it about? Mental health.
I guess it is. It's about everything. It's three guys who are pretty imperfect in themselves and are happy to acknowledge it and bring on people and talk about how...
That's why you fit in, yeah?
Yeah, because...
It's the cue from the Resilience Project, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's what the woman said.
Yeah.
I said, I know. I read it.
Yeah.
No, he sounds that he's done some good stuff.
Yeah,
and
really good stuff. He does schools and football clubs and stuff like that.
That'd be hard.
Yeah. Well, he does pretty well. Yeah.
Have you ever done a talk at a school? It's the worst.
Yeah, I know. Well,
it's the worst. Sammy J was telling me that he used to do talks at schools, and he said one day just one kid heckled, just one heckle that brought him down. He just yelled at Mr. G, which is a reference to a character from Mr. G, and he just went, "Oh, okay, you got me, kids."
Yeah, I went back to my old school and talked about inspiration for career and finding your goal and your path and all that sort of stuff. And then I paused for questions and I said, "Any questions?" And the guy just goes, "Oh, you do some stand up or something?"
No, I'm not here to talk about that.
I'm here to take myself very seriously and take questions on my creative process. If I'm looking around the room, I can get the feeling that you're more related to gangs than you are to...
I don't care.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So where was this you were performing?
What are the most prestigious stages in Australia?
Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Opera House, yes.
The Royal Theatre in Hobart. You know that one?
Yeah, that's very prestigious. The State Theatre in Sydney, very prestigious.
Very good. The region in Perth.
Yep. What about in
Adelaide?
What about Melbourne?
Okay. Well, we've got the Palais.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of the Princess,
the State Theatre again.
State Theatre. I don't even know where the State Theatre is.
The State Theatre is in that complex there, underneath the spire.
Oh, the Art Centre.
The Art Centre. And what's the other one? The most obvious one?
Concert Hall.
Yes. So if you're at the concert hall,
it's pretty posh.
You're in the good room, aren't you? Yeah.
I saw Alexi Sale there. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I saw Bill Burr there.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see Bill Burr.
Yeah. And I saw Connolly used to work there a lot too. I was the Imperfects did their podcast there. Their show there. And by the way, it was a full show. It's fantastic. It wasn't just them sitting around recording the podcast like we do.
So we do the European Beer Cafe, they do the concert hall.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone finds their level, you know what
I mean? So it had kind of a premise in that they were kind of doing it from their lounge room. They had chairs and they had a lamp and they had their washing out.
Cool.
So it was a set on stage and they had a big screen and it was really good. And the idea was that the lamp wasn't working and they were going to call someone to come around and fix it. I call and I come around.
They call you?
Yeah. They
did people lose their minds when you walked on stage?
Not really.
No. I'm sure they did.
No. It was pleasant.
Warm.
But a little bit of, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Anyway, so the idea was I come around and they go, can you fix the light? And then they say, oh, well, don't actually, this is not really your world. And I know. I'm recognised. I'm on Airtasker.
Yeah.
I go out there and I do.
Airtasker.
Yeah, I do these sort of jobs and they go, still don't really believe you. And I then said, do you want me to fix this light? As would a professional tradesman. And then I turn around, pull my pants down slightly, show a bit of bum crack. And then...
crowd went crazy.
Crowd goes crazy, and I fix the light. The second show...
Yeah.
The lights go down, the show starts, and the assistant goes, the light's actually broken tonight.
Oh, so you're really going to have to fix it?
So she says, here's another globe. I'm not making this up. Here's another globe. Go out and actually take that one out and put another one in. So I go out and I do all the stuff, make the joke, pull my pants down, and then I pull the other globe out, and I'm about to put the other globe in, and I don't know
where to put the spare globe.
Where.
See, normally you hand that to someone when you're on a ladder.
Normally you would hand it to someone,
Or you put it in the box
We put it back in
with
the
a
box.
cross on it so you can take it to the recycling centre.
Where did the juvenile G.
Well-
Robbins put the spare globe?
Up your bum.
Yeah, not up, it didn't crack on my ass.
Did it sit nicely? Or?
It sat perfectly.
So it was dangling there while you were changing the...
Oh, yeah, it was there. I
that
just,
would've
you
been-
know, because you know how, the tradesmen put their pen in their back or put their
The pen behind the ear.
pin behind the ear, you know, but when you got a globe, you pop it in the
the
crack of
arse.
your ass. And
Did it get a good response?
I got a very good response, but I think it did. But then I just got off stage and went, I just did that on the concert hall.
Oh,
I should, should I, I mean, there's crudity and there's inappropriateness. I don't know. It probably wasn't that bad, but
I mean, the Queen's probably spoken there. You know what I mean?
know.
There's been people like that on that stage.
I know. Why is it all pants down with me? Why can't I be sophisticated?
Yeah.
Why can't I,
It's still funny, though.
It is. It
Still
was funny.
funny, yeah.
And then I pulled it out and handed it to Ryan Sheldon, and I said, "Don't hold that end. Hold that end."
Also, what was amazing, someone that was there told me that when you stuck in your crack, it actually went on.
Wouldn't have that been? That would have been.
That would have been the ultimate.
That would have been if they toured the show. Seriously,
That you get a bulb that could
Yeah,
flick on. There'd be some bloke with a little switch.
and then I get a shock up my ass and then I jump and everything. Anyway, here comes the music.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, there we go. Well, I don't think are they broadcasting those shows? No, that's just
No,
for people that were there.
no, it was special.
Okay, all
like
right.
whereas we do the
broadcast
show,
ours,
then
I
we
think.
go, well,
Yeah.
mate,
Put it out.
put it out there.
Well,
But no, congratulations to them and all the good work they do and helping people out there. It's very, very good.
like we do.
Well, I like to think we help people. We give them ideas.
Oh,
By the way, if you're hearing noise in the background today, there's
electricians.
over there. They'll probably, if you hear a crack and we suddenly it
it
goes
drops
quiet.
out. I do wonder about that, about the power. Anyway, so there's electricians working in the pub. Anyway, should we get the topics? I just did it so we saved it. I just pushed the button to save it. Should we get the topics?
Yes.
All right. 2 topics. Got to work out how they're related. What are they, Sam?
Green eggs and hams and a $50 bet.
Oh, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like Sam I Am.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Am I Sam? Sam I am. Am I? Lots of.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. I think we've talked about it. You've read them all, haven't you?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, there's some very good ones, but they're very long, I find, Dr. Seuss. Any parent will recognise this. You read Cat in the Hat, it goes on forever. I don't know if he was on getting paid by words, but he just got on a roll. The Cat in the Hat, Sam I Am, Green Eggs and Ham, The Places I Can Go. He was very good, and he did the drawings.
Well, they were all rhyming.
I think they were all rhyming by my memory.
Yeah. I was never big on them. You know why? I found it a bit macabre.
Oh.
A little bit. Maybe it scared me. I don't know. Maybe I was.
Yeah. Because they were around when we were kids. They were big when we were kids. Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, they were huge in the library.
I think the Cat in the Hat appealed to kids because the mum and dad went out and left the 2 kids there, and then the Cat in the Hat turned up and just wrecked the house and partied on.
Do you remember Green Eggs and Ham?
Oh, I can't remember what Green Eggs and Ham is about. Green Eggs and Ham.
I think it's something. It's about. Green eggs represent something you don't like.
Oh,
it's a metaphor.
I do not like green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember that line.
Yeah.
The Places We Can Go is really good. Anyway, go on. What do you know about Green Eggs and Ham?
Who's Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss was the writer. His real name was Samuel or something like. Seuss was his second name, I think.
Yeah, right.
And he was like a famous writer. And he also did. Remember we were talking about Walt Disney doing wartime propaganda. He did wartime movies and stuff.
Oh, really?
Seuss.
So he?
Yeah.
Have some of his books been banned?
Oh, probably.
Or not banned, withdrawn? Because he did some racist stuff.
Oh yeah, Asian stereotypes.
Right.
Asian stereotypes. He draw, with people with buck teeth and stuff.
So you can't say that.
I can't say it, but that's what he did, and they withdrew them all. But he was, anyway, he was also an editor and he was in charge of other children's writers because one of my favourites is Richard Scarry, which is around the same time, Huckle the Cat and Lowly Worm. You probably don't know them. That's the places, Cars and Trucks and Things That Go and What Do People Do All Day. And it's this world where there's all little animals working in a village and it has like a sign saying plumber, office worker. And then the stories aren't great, but the detail's fantastic. Got little cats and pigs working in factories and stuff. And my kids love them.
So would you...
But Dr Seuss was in charge of Richard Scarry and he said to him, these books aren't going to sell. There's no story. Man, they sold very well.
That's interesting.
Maybe he was a bit jealous. I mean, if you're Dr Seuss, why would you be jealous of anyone who's so good? Dr Seuss.
So anyway. You think Dr Seuss is no surprises it was very successful?
Yeah, because it's the right...
Good stories, rhyming.
And a bit subversive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, if you got a cat wrecking the house...
so they love a bit of that. The kids love it.
Yeah, and I saw a bit of the Cat in the Hat movie. I reckon I must have watched
Mike Myers?
It. Yes.
Yeah.
He's good, but it wasn't a...
It didn't take, did it?
No. But if you watch a bit of it, it's quite funny. But, I mean, I reckon he's always good, Mike Myers. I've always liked him.
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he went through that period where he had the
massive
Austin Powers. Massive. Yeah. And then I think he took some time off to spend time bringing up his kids, didn't he?
Yes, but he also did The Guru, which wasn't successful.
Which didn't really work. Yeah. And then he's brought out one recently on Netflix.
Yeah, about fantasy world, science fiction.
Yeah, which I haven't seen,
either.
But I'm not sure it's got any traction.
But then again, if you did Wayne's World and Austin Powers, you could pretty much retire, couldn't you?
God, the second one was massive. And rightly so, it was hilarious. Yeah. It was fantastic.
I love Wayne's World too.
So what were the kids' books that you loved when you were a kid?
Oh, Flat Stanley. We talked about this the other day with my kid. Flat Stanley, yeah, it's a kid. He's in like New York or somewhere, and he gets squashed by his brother's notice board, and now he's flat, like a bit of paper. And so his brother puts him in the post and sends him on a holiday. And so he can squeeze through cracks. You don't remember Flat Stanley?
No, maybe I'm a bit old for that.
Yeah, it was 70s or 60s, Flat Stanley.
No.
Yeah, Flat Stanley was 70s.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. And there was also Shrinking. There were similar ones to it that came out at that time. Anyway, I just loved I love that. I love the...
and was that a picture book or was that
a... So no, like a grade 4, grade 5.
Right.
You call it like a storybook with pictures. So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. As opposed to Enid Blyton, she was more full-blown novel.
Kids' novels.
Because I remember
she was great, though.
Faraway Tree?
Fantastic.
Who wrote that?
That's Enid Blyton.
Yeah, right. But I have
book.
no memory of it. But
we read it recently, and I read it recently. Well, I say like 10 years ago with the kids. It's fantastic.
Because your kids would be onto the.
Well, they went. They got what it goes like this. It goes Enid Blyton and Harry Potter. Enid Blyton's like a gateway to the Harry Potter world.
Did what's the name? The woman who wrote Harry Potter get into trouble?
A
little while ago.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling.
There's a whole podcast on that now.
Yeah,
because she made some inappropriate statements. What was it?
Trans.
Yeah,
she upset the trans community. Yeah. But I mean, you've got to, if you go back and hear what she actually said, it's interesting. Yeah,
but it got traction.
Oh man, and all the actors from the movies said, "Yeah, we don't support her and stuff." All that aside, though, the Harry Potter books are fantastic.
Fantastic.
I've only read one, but I've seen the movies.
But
what do you remember as a kid? Roald Dahl, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Dennis the Menace.
Oh, I love Dennis the Menace. See, that was a cartoon, though.
Yeah, I know. It's you're talking quality literature. I'm talking comics. You know, Sad Sack.
I love Sad Sack.
Yeah.
Beetle Bailey.
Yeah.
Archie.
Archie, yeah.
Oh, Archie.
Rich.
How hot was Veronica? Veronica and Betty. Which one did you like more? Did you like Betty the blonde or Veronica the blackhead
Betty
one?
the blonde was nice. But I like the fact they were together and they were hanging out. Yeah.
I was more a Jughead guy.
But, yes.
Moose.
And what about the one that chased the ghosts? What was that one?
Casper.
No, Casper.
You're talking about Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I love Scooby-Doo.
Casper the Friendly Ghost. How'd that go?
But if you know who Casper was? He was a rich kid who died of leukemia, and then he just came back to haunt the house. So it's a really sad story, Casper the Ghost. If you look into the backstory of Casper the Ghost, because he's sort of like a kid, Casper.
Yeah,
he died as a child.
Was it a comic book?
Yeah.
And was it ever a television show?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Casper and Richie Rich. What about Richie Rich?
We loved Richie Rich.
Yeah, that was great.
Because it was all about money. It was all completely inappropriate.
Richie Rich.
Um,
and then there was also, as you got a bit older, Tintin and Asterix. Remember Asterix and Obelix and Tintin?
Yes.
So they're French and they're like Gauls and they fight the Romans. And then there's Tintin, the boy journalist.
Oh, I mean, I would always throw in Batman, Superman, and then cross over into Mad Magazine. And Cracked.
Cracked and Mad. And Mad Magazine, I remember reading it. I remember reading the parody of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest before I saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
The parodies were fantastic.
Oh.
So good.
Joffy, the guy just died the other day, one of the main artists.
Oh, really?
He used to do the centerfold, the fold-over thing.
If you got to be in a Mad Magazine, it was back then, it was pretty cool. I think of late...
Yeah, they did the Australian Mad Magazine and Kath and Kim were in it.
Oh, they did do it too.
Yeah. Were you in it? You must have been in it.
I must have been. Jeez, if someone's got a copy of that, I'd love to see it. Yeah. All right. What else can we say about Dr. Seuss? I don't know, really. Not much else we can say. Very successful.
We could write one now, It's just rhyming stuff.
I wrote a kid's book.
Yeah, I wrote a kid's book.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was yours called?
Raised by Frank, about a cat. Because Kira, my partner, is an illustrator. Before we had children...
Did she illustrate it?
Yeah, it's very good. The drawings are great.
I'd love to see it.
Oh, I'll give you a copy. Anyway, and also another one, I wrote like a comic book, like Flat Stanley, that kind of format called Lies Your Parents Tell You, which is like a joke book. It was a joke book.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. You would have seen it years ago. It came out years ago. And Raised by Frank is about a cat who raises two kids when the auntie is hit by a lightning bolt or something. They're the good kids' books when the kids are in charge, I reckon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the kids are in charge.
I wrote Uncle Arthur bedtime stories.
That's right. And got sued by the...
Well, no, but there's an Uncle Arthur in the US. And I got a letter that said, if it released in the US, I'll sue you. Well, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But I just thought it'd be funny, Uncle Arthur going into court. But they didn't really take, because the audience that they were aimed at really didn't know who Uncle Arthur was. But the stories were good. He just retold the classics, Seven Dwarfs and the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just retold them with a little bit of...
Twist.
With him in them.
Oh,
meaning that he was there.
Yeah, right.
Here
I am with Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So...
well, we can talk about $50 bet.
Well, we're talking to the expert over here.
Because I'm the voice of Ladbrokes. Ladbroke it. I don't know anything about gambling. I just do the voiceovers. They send me a script.
And I noticed that so they send you a script. Yeah, what happens?
And then I've got a microphone in my back room. I plug in the computer. I hear them talking to me via headphones. And they go, okay, let's do, this week at Flemington, the multi, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, do it again. And then...
Can you hit that harder?
Yeah, can you hit that harder, emphasize. But you know what's the hardest ones to do? UFC, because of the fighters' names. It's always Kororinsky and...
UFC, have you done those?
I've done the UFC ads, yeah.
What do you mean? Was that Ladbrokes?
Yeah, you can bet on anything these days.
Oh, right.
So you can bet on the UFC, you can bet on the AFL, the NRL.
So you have to really rehearse their names.
Yeah. But and then I have to do anti-gambling ads, because the way gambling works is a bit like cigarettes. Are you hearing those beats? I don't know if those beats... It's in like someone's car driving past.
Well, I hold the microphone to the window, but someone's got a bit of doofy music.
So what happens is that...
Yeah, you've got to read you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, and Hughesy goes... So the guy doing it says, yeah, sound more serious. Sound more serious. So, okay. So, normally it goes, give up whatever. If you have a gambling problem, ring 1-800, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
But now there's ones that goes, you win some, you lose more.
Yeah.
If you've got gambling problems,
ring them.
Yeah, that's it. And then
is that your voice? Do you get in close on the mic?
And Hughie's like, mate, stop depressing me at the end of the bloody footy ads. You come on. You tell us that gambling's great, and then you say, you win some, you lose more, you're depressing us.
Well, it's funny, when I first saw it, I thought it was... and then I stopped and went, hang on. That's a community service announcement.
Yeah, at the end of a gambling ad, though.
Yeah.
So I don't...
And what are they? You win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose more. Quit before you finish.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Bet on the quaddie, you'll probably win big.
Bet on the quaddie. But I don't gamble at all. But
no, do I.
my parents were big gamblers, so they would. You go around to their house, they'd have the trots on all day.
Yeah,
and
no,
Dad would go up to TAB.
Not in our family.
Put some bets on.
Yeah,
but my mum's dad, my granddad, he worked for an SB bookie part time. So you go around there and there'd be, you'd be going to put bets on and taking bets. And
the only gambling story I do know is a golf one where one of the guys that I play with, he likes to bet a lot, big. He's a professional gambler. And there was a guy flying in from I think from Singapore, who also was a very big gambler but didn't speak English very well. And they say, just the two of them playing, and then he goes, we get to the first tee, and he goes, okay, well, I'm happy to have a bet. What do you want to play for? And the guy from Singapore goes, oh, I'll play for $1. And the guy goes, my mate goes, you want to play for $1? You serious? What's the point of that? And then he sort of went back to him and look, we really should have a proper bet. And then he goes, okay, we'll play for $2. And mate goes, oh, all right, obviously I was wrong. This guy doesn't like gambling. He only wants to play for $2. They get to the end of the round and they work out that they're playing for $2 a metre.
Oh, what? So how much did that end up to?
Well, what's a golf course? About 8,000 metres, about 8,000. Yeah, so it's probably, but 16,000, 18,000.
Oh, and did he win? Or?
I think he just got home, yeah.
So the guy paid him?
I think he was okay. It was kind of halved out. But he didn't know. I mean, imagine that. So this hole is 500 metres. We're playing it for, what's that, 500. We're playing for 1,000. Yeah,
that's a lot. Gambling. What else do I know about gambling?
Well, the online thing changed the world. The online thing.
Oh, I mean, and who used to do? I think it was Lawrence Mooney used to do the joke. They banned smoking in the TAB, so now you go down there, it just smells like BO. It used to smell like BO and smoking now. And he also used to talk about how it's their slogan, the TAB used to be the sport of champions. Yeah. No, the sport of kings. Yeah. You go down to the local TAB, there's not many kings hanging around. No. I swear you never see a woman in the TAB.
No, you never do. You never see anyone laughing. Never see anyone. Everyone's got a fairly grim look on their face. Don't get me wrong. If you enjoy gambling, by all means, do what you
have a crack.
Have a crack. But it is something about it. About to jump at Cranbourne.
Yeah.
Moving up now.
Moving up now.
And
they're off. And like a lady is up front with...
No!
I love those gambling scams. In the 70s, they did a scam where, before mobile phones and that, before technology, the TAB would take a while to get the who won.
Yep.
And so there'd be a guy at the racecourse with like a walkie-talkie, and he would see the horse that would win and would walkie-talkie his mate at the nearby TAB and say, put, $100 on like a lady. They had this scam going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the technology delays back in the 70s. Yeah. They realised that there was a bit of a
scam mode.
Like a 5-minute lag.
Yeah. Well, Fine Cotton, that was the podcast.
Remember when they painted the horse?
I know, it's ridiculous. Everything that could go wrong went wrong with that.
They painted the horse.
Yeah. and then it got rubbed off, or something didn't work quite well. And
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I've got a great gambling joke. I'll leave it to the end.
Oh, please.
I'm trying to remember the last time I had a bet. So we would occasionally...
everyone bets in the Melbourne Cup.
But as my dad used to say, it's all favourites.
Yeah.
See, Mum and Dad used to study the trots, and they would know...
Work the form.
Oh, yeah.
Study the form.
Because, in most races, there's only one or two good horses, really. Have you ever been asked to buy a horse? Mick Malloy owns a few, doesn't he?
Oh, lots of people have gone into horses.
Yeah.
You own like 1/1000th of it. I mean, it's a lot of money to have a horse, to train a horse, to just vet bills and stuff like that.
Have you ever been? I did a gig at a winery, and next door was a horse stud where they make horses, right?
Make horses?
Well, they bring in these stud horses, like champion horses.
Yeah.
And then they have the mares. That's the female, yeah.
Yeah.
And they make love and have a little horse, and people pay a lot of money. And the guy goes,
"A little horse."
Yeah, we're having a session. Do you want to come and watch?
What?
You can come and watch the horses make love.
Oh no! What? Yeah. What is that? Is that some sort of?
I didn't go, right, because I'm like, I love animals. I would find it a bit disturbing. And the guy said, I saw one of the guys. There was an insurance conference, and I saw him the next night, and I said, "What was it like?" And the guy goes, Yeah, really disturbing. So what they do, they get the male horse in there, and to fire him up, they bring in a
horse porn.
Yeah, Shetland pony.
They do not.
They do. They bring in another horse, a little horse to fire him up, and then when he's all fired up, they bring in the mare. Absolutely. And you can watch it.
What is it? What is the Shetland pony wearing? A little tutu, high heels.
I think it's a Shetland pony, but it was the most disturbing.
So, and then I think sometimes they have to help with the. Do they have to put?
There's a guy. Yeah. There's a guy.
My friend's a vet. We should have rung him up.
We should.
He's like he does all the horses.
The horses.
Yeah, should have rung him up.
GGs.
Oh, but God, really?
Mm.
And then everyone stands around and goes,
"Well done. Let's hope we get a baby horse."
Up the road from where we record this, there's the seeing eye dog place.
Oh, yeah. You told us whether your mate turns up and all the dogs get excited.
Yeah. Because he's the guy in the white coat that goes in and
he gets the stuff out.
Induces them.
Oh,
and the dogs are pretty quiet, and then he comes through and they all start barking and jump, do me. They're pretty quiet. I haven't chased many sticks this week, and I've got to say, what you've been doing, I love it. Poor old dogs in there. So what can you bet on nowadays? You can bet on everything from...
Everything
like...
the Logies, the election.
Yeah.
My Kitchen Rules, MasterChef, any of that stuff.
Oh, it's
it's incredible.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
What else can we say?
It's all on phones too now. So you're right.
Well, you would imagine that in a way it's the worst thing that could happen to vote on you. Whereas before
phone.
You had to get up out of your chair, walk down the street, go to the TAB. Where now you can pick up your phone
or telephone account.
Yeah.
I think my dad used to have a telephone account.
Oh, years ago, had a telephone account.
Telephone accounts.
My friend tells a story that I hope he doesn't mind me telling this, but he had to pick up his mum and take her back home from in hospital in the city, and he had one of those betting accounts, and he had like $10 in it, and his mum was a really good punter, and by the time they'd driven from the hospital all the way up to the Victorian border, she'd turned that $10 into about $1,500.
Wow.
And it would have been a great trip because they would just listen to the dogs or the trots or whatever it was.
Yeah. Let's put
but
the
she
money
turned
on.
it around. But you know what? This is what I find. People who gamble, and I understand because it's an interest. You follow it. You've got something to do during the afternoon.
You can go to events. You can meet people.
Yeah, you can meet people. You can have lunch. You can watch. You can blah, 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 blah. But you mainly hear about the wins. You don't hear about the losses.
Exactly.
And so, hear about so-and-so picked up $15,000 on the quaddie the other day.
Yeah, they never tell you about the loss.
Yeah, and then leading up to that, they haven't had a win for months. Another friend of mine actually set up one of the gambling
apps.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he did very well.
Of
but
course
he did say that he would look at the balance sheet for the year, and 98% of people, which is the bad one, in the black,
in the red.
Yeah. And what's the
in the
one?
black?
In the black is good. He said.
So it's only 0.1%.
Yeah. A lot of money moves up and down.
Yeah.
But across a year,
you got to quit when you're ahead.
I know.
Quit when you're ahead. Have you seen Uncut Gems? Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
No.
Oh, it's the most intense movie. It's fantastic.
Oh, hang on. Have I?
He plays a jeweler who's a gambling addict, and he goes on this gambling spree. And it's got a famous basketballer in it who's great too. Oh, you got to see Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems. Yeah, it's very good.
Because there was another one with Adam Sandler, the basketball one. That was fantastic. I can remember that one. Whatever that basketball one is, you got to see it.
Oh, that's Ben Affleck.
Oh, is it? No, it's not.
When he's the coach, the long way back.
No.
When he's the coach?
No, you look it up.
Oh, okay.
I might look it up in the
break.
In the break and come back to you with that. Adam Sandler, best work I reckon I've seen him do. It was a dramatic role on Netflix.
What, better than Tommy Boy?
Better than the golf one.
The golf one.
Oh, now what's the golf one?
Oh, like, Ross Noble's fallen off his tractor.
Yeah, I know.
That's. I don't think I've ever seen it. Hang on, no. I was going to say Billy Madison. That's another movie from around that time.
I will come back.
Anyway, I'll think of it. We don't need to ask Sam. That's embarrassing that we're comedians. We can't think of the...
That is, yeah.
Because he's like a crazy golfer, and he's like, it's funny.
It's funny, yeah. And then, is that the one with Bill Murray in it?
That's Caddyshack.
Ah! Wow. I'm way off.
Yeah, but we still haven't got the Adam Sandler. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Oh,
Thank God.
Oh, well done, Dave.
Okay.
But I still need that other one. So.
Okay, so let's have some thinking music.
Let's have you doing one of your ads.
No. Ladbroken. I could do it.
You can do it right now.
Yeah, Ladbroken.
Maybe you should have a little thing at the end of this podcast where you sort of say, some things are related, but some things aren't related.
Yeah, I'll do a disclaimer at the end.
Yeah, disclaimer like
I'll do a disclaimer at the end.
These were based on facts at the time. Don't put
it on Facebook.
Yeah, don't die in there. Don't.
I'll do it at the end.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. We could do someone reading Green Eggs and Ham. We could do a Melbourne Cup race call.
Whack and gold coming around the corner.
Bataki ham. Bataki is a ham that's famous in Victoria.
Given away.
Given away on 3AW. You got yourself a nice Bataki ham. Is there an egg ad? I don't think.
No.
I think. What's his name? Peter Russell Clark.
Oh, Peter.
He used to do the egg ads.
Yeah.
Green. Is there anything about green?
Green. No. What do we do? The sound of eggs cooking.
What do you mean?
Is it is a
the sound of
noise.
Not fried eggs cooking.
Fried eggs.
So the frying pan's there with a bit of oil in it, or oil or butter.
You tend to use oil with eggs, I think.
A little bit of oil. You put the egg, and it makes that noise.
I cook them all the time.
As soon as you hear that, and the crack pop.
How do you like an egg? What's your favourite egg?
I'm a poached guy.
Oh, I love poached. But it's a bit hard to do at home. It's a bit annoying, poached.
Well, you got to spin the water.
Yeah, you got a bit of vinegar in there.
Or you can you got to put it in a plastic, put it in a glad. You do them, put it in a Glad wrap, do you? Alex, friend of the show, did tell me the other day.
He's a chef, though. Yeah,
he's a chef. But they can prepare them much earlier.
Yeah.
And they'll just have them floating around in the water, and out they pop. And so that's how they. That's how they. I
love an omelette. Anyway.
I like a bit of chili in the scrambled, but I always find scrambled a bit too. It's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's too full on.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know whether they use extra eggs. Or anything.
It's cream.
Is it cream?
It's cream and cheese.
It's a bit rich.
Yeah.
But whereas with the poached, I like it to cut it and then it dribbles through the toast.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a make believe with using fried eggs somewhere? The sound of fried eggs.
Well, you could use it like at a relaxation. Someone's having
massage.
Someone's getting stressed and they need they need a noise that helps them relax. And this is and it's the latest thing.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it now.
Okay, so I'll be a masseuse.
Yeah.
And you'll be someone coming who's very stressed.
Stressed. Okay.
And I'm going to put on some noises for you.
Right.
And I'm going to try the fried egg noise to see if I can get you to go to the other side.
All right, here we go. Oh, boy, I'm so stressed. I'm running a business. I have several real estate companies. I'm a mortgage broker. I'm a stockbroker. I own a booze juice franchise.
I'm picking up that you're quite stressed.
I'm just going to take this call. Hello? Yes. More bananas, less ice. Okay.
I think we need to turn the phone off.
Okay, all right.
And remove your clothes, please. If you'd just like to, I'll help you. Just pull the jumper over your head like that. And I'll just unbutton your shirt for you. All right. And now, would you like to do it in your underpants?
I'll leave the undies on, absolutely.
We'll leave the underpants
I'll lie on my stomach.
Now lie down on this beautiful bed with the electric blanket on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and would you like oil?
A bit of oil would be good. Yeah. Sure. Is there a woman around? You're it. Okay, we'll keep going. That's all right.
Would you like a happy ending?
No.
The happy ending is where I tell a little joke at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not what you think it is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I do the massage and then do a knock-knock joke.
Okay.
Anyway, it's been going well of late. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to put on a little bit of relaxing music or sounds to help you relax more, and it's beneficial for the people who are getting the massage. Would you like me to put on maybe some, how about some rain on a tin roof?
Yeah, put it on. Put on some rain on the roof.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
No, it's traumatic because I had a flood the other day, and I'm thinking I've got to fix the gutters and stuff. No, take it off. Take it off. That's no good.
No worries. I'll take that off. How How about this one? How about some whale singing?
Oh, yeah. No. It's not. I'm having a flashback. I was on a trawler, Japanese trawler, and the whale. It was a whaling trawler, and it was horrible. They killed a whale.
Oh, really?
That's
That's not good for you. No.
Good.
All right then. How about? Oh no, this one I think will work definitely for you because I don't think you would have had anything bad happening around a babbling brook. That sounds good, doesn't it?
No, I need to go to the toilet. Take that off. What else you got?
Well, I normally get people with one of the first three. I have been experimenting with a new one. If you'd like to try it,
Sure.
Do you like eggs?
Love eggs.
Do you like fried eggs?
Yeah, sure.
Well, what I'm going to do, and I recorded it this morning in my home kitchen at home with my wife.
You've got a wife. Anyway, go on. Go on.
It's the sound of eggs frying in the pan.
Okay.
Now, does that sound good for you? How does that sound? Let's go with it. I want you to picture the eggs. I want you to see the eggs. I want you to lie there. There's a lovely bubble. Oh, you're making noises like you're feeling good. Is that? Hang on, I'll start massaging you while we're doing the eggs, and I'll rub them. I'm putting a big egg on you now, and it's all running, all the yolks running.
I gotta go.
Why? Why do you have to go?
Because I'm bloody hungry.
Oh. Oh my God!
That was great.
We've come to doing a vaudevillian
Loved
type
it.
of. Oh,
Loved
geez,
it.
but you walked in off the bat. You were quite stressed.
It was running.
But I thought I wouldn't mind visiting a masseuse like that.
I want to go back to get a massage. I haven't been to one for a while.
Do you get massages?
I used to, yeah.
I get them all. I had one yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you go to the flashing ones, Thai massage? No?
Well, that's the giveaway sign, isn't it?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't want to quote.
If the sign is flashing, so will a part of your body.
I'll quote one of my friends. They can be dodgy if you want them to be. You can work out who that is. All right. Well, what is your guess? I have no idea. Hey, Dr. Seuss, a $50 bet. He bet $50 that this book would be a massive success.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting that it's $50. I think you're right. It's a bet, obviously, with the publisher to say that he can make 50. I'm going to say there's only 50 words in it.
Oh,
it's only 50 words long. That's not very long, though, is it?
No, it's more than. Anyway,
it would have to be more than 50. Maybe 500. 50.
All right. What is the answer, Sam? I am. What is the answer?
Dr. Seuss's publisher called him up after the success of The Cat in the Hat. The publisher bet that he couldn't repeat the success of The Cat in the Hat in 50 words or less, and he bet in $50.
Wow, you were sort of right.
Sort of right.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
So
he used just the same 50
yeah,
words.
well, it makes sense. Am I Sam? Sam, I am.
Green eggs, I ham. I hate green eggs, I
Sam.
ham. That's a great fact. I love it.
What do you reckon
love
he did though? He just probably did it. Wrote a story that rhymed with Sam, I am and stuff, and then went through and went 75.
Yeah.
Do a little edit, get it back to 50. Job done. Won $50.
Probably.
Not a big bet, but
Probably.
the book was very successful. And
Very successful.
Did you have a joke that you were going to?
Yes. Okay. So, guys, at the TAB, it's the end of the day, right? And the bloke behind the counter goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Oh God, I've had no luck today." So I started off. I lost $50 on the trots. I lost $60 on the thoroughbreds, and I thought I'll have a crack at the greyhounds. I lost $8 on the greyhounds. Then I moved the AFL. I bet on 2 different matches with multis and stuff, and I lost another $100. And then the NRL. I bet on the NRL, and I lost on that too. And then there was the cricket, and I bet on the cricket, and I lost on that too. And he goes, "Now I've got nothing left to bet on." And the bloke goes, "Well, there's a soccer match coming up in half an hour. You can bet on that." And he goes, "Soccer? What the fuck do I know about soccer?"
But sorry, I shouldn't do that. No, something goes boom.
The former podcast I've got to do my disclaimer now.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to just?
I'll do it quickly.
Do you want to think about what it is for a second?
No, I'll do it quickly.
Okay, go.
Somehow related is not based on fact and is based on stuff that people found on the internet and suggested by Sam. They will take no responsibility for their actions. Written and spoken by a fat bloke somewhere.